Elon Musk and some of Silicon Valley's wealthiest are reportedly lining up behind Donald Trump. According to the Wall Street Journal, Musk has pledged $45 million a month to a pro-Trump political action committee, a PAC. The PAC has also received donations from the Winklevoss twins, a co-founder of Palantir, and some top members of Sequoia Capital. The Journal says the founders of Andreessen Horowitz intend to support Trump's candidacy as well. Dana Mattioli is the Wall Street Journal reporter covering the story. She's with me now. Why are they doing it? What is it they see in Trump and his policies that they like?
Yeah, I think this is emblematic of this broader cultural change in a very traditionally liberal bastion of Silicon Valley. You know, Silicon Valley tech CEOs have in the past supported candidates like Hillary Clinton and President Obama. And what we've seen this election cycle is there's been a little bit of a break. And that doesn't mean everyone in tech is going for Trump, but some big names are coming out publicly in support of him. And that it's derived from some frustrations with the Biden administration. They don't love Biden's artificial intelligence regulation and his stance there. They are upset about acquisitions being, challenged by the FTC and the Department of Justice. And some of them are worried about inflation, the economy, and other issues like the war between Israel and Gaza.
Right. Now, I've been reading in articles like yours and others that the addition of J.D. Vance is a bit of a wrench into all of this, because he is in favor of stricter and stronger regulation of tech to the point of breaking it up if necessary.
Yeah, it's really fascinating because J.D. Vance has been he's praised Lina Khan, the head of the Federal Trade Commission. He has said that Google should be broken up. And these are traditionally more liberal views of antitrust regulation. What we've heard from some VCs and tech leaders is that they don't have issues with that sort of regulation if they're on the small side. So if you're a venture capitalist, you're not getting cracked down on by the FTC. It's more big tech that has had a problem with the antitrust environment.
Let's be venal about all of this. How much of them is this them believing this is the winning horse and they better back it?
Yeah, it's no coincidence that a lot of these leaders have come out since the debate, right? There was a change in how people were viewing President Biden's chance at re-election, and the polls started changing. So I'm sure that has come into play here as well, backing the winning horse.
When I hear numbers, $45 million a month. Now, of course, there was that other great donation that was just given, that was the largest ever. I'm sure you'll remind me who it is, that was recently given. But these are vast sums going into PACs, which arguably are polluting the system.
Yeah, we've had a lot of readers weigh in on this about whether it was fair for big leaders to weigh in such a way. But they did call out that, this happens on both sides of the aisle. There are big funders, but also for the Democrats writing very big checks.
I'm very grateful to you. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us tonight. Thank you very much indeed.